Before we get started with this video, I got an important message to get out there. We are desperately trying to locate our good brother, Royce Keys. He left AEW, went to the Fed thinking that the grass was greener, but Triple H tricked him. And instead of grass, he's finding out he's in quicksand, sinking from the lack of booking. If you happen to see him, call this number immediately. 1-800-Bobby Monsoon. Royce, we want you home. My bad, y'all. I seem to have lost my keys. Just how it seems that WWE has lost Royce Keys in the direction they had for him, bro. I am disappointed. I just heard the rumors that Royce Keys might be teaming up with Jelly Roll, and I was one of the first people to say, yeah, it's not the best booking for Keys, but being next to Jelly Roll, a global superstar, is still a great look. So I'm watching Crackdown. I'm on the edge of my seat, man. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm thinking, God, bro, Triple H lied to us again, but I quickly thought, I'm bugging. He actually told the truth. He said Royce Keys and Jelly Roll's gonna be linking up. He just didn't tell us that it was gonna be at the dessert section and catering. This is diabolical, and I'm sick of it. And I don't want to hear he's getting acclimated with production excuse when Danhausen didn't miss one show since he been on the main roster. He ain't need no time to get used to production or nothing. Do y'all remember when Royce Keys got to the Royal Rumble and in the back him and Triple H had this conversation?
Get rolling and get some good started, and we'll be in a good place.
Got to talk to Triple H earlier. First thing he let me know that I'm here for a reason, so that made me feel, it definitely eased my nerves. So, I'm here to show up and show out tonight and win this Rumble.
Do y'all hear this guy? Oh, we brought you here for a good reason. We're gonna put you in a good position. What? If you ask me, the only position you put Royce Keys in was the gorilla position because he's been stuck backstage the whole time, and there's no excuse for this. Now, another thing there's no excuse for is this. Dennis Rodman is getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, look, I'm gonna be fair. Rodman has some memorable moments with the NWO at their peak when they was in WCW. It was definitely fire, but outside of that, why is he getting in the Hall of Fame over people like Chyna? Yeah, she was inducted with DX, but her solo run was also Hall of Fame worthy and needs to be acknowledged too. She won the Men's Intercontinental Championship. She had the storyline with Eddie Guerrero that was fire. She opened the door for women like Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, Raquel Rodriguez, Jordan Grace, and many others. One of the most important women in women's wrestling. Then you got guys like Ken Shamrock, Steve Blackman, Dan Severn, MMA guys who came in before Brock Lesnar and made WWE feel legit from a fighting standpoint. Shamrock was even the special guest referee in one of the biggest WrestleMania matches of all time, Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. Or what about Shane McMahon, someone who put his body on the line over and over and over again, countless of times. Last time we saw him, he blew his knee out at WrestleMania, and still, he's not getting knowledge for a Hall of Fame inductee. I would bring up Owen Hart, but the only reason I don't say him because of the situation that happened, and I know him and WWE is not on good terms at all, but still, man, Owen Hart should definitely be in the Hall of Fame, but I understand that one. Now, I don't know about y'all, but the Hall of Fame just doesn't feel exclusive to me anymore, man. Something just feels off. It kind of reminds me of petitions that get passed around. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because anybody can just sign up! And I wouldn't be surprised if this was in the future. WWE Creative is a bunch of losers. Now, it seems like 2009 Randy Orton has officially entered the chat, and for those who actually waste 3 hours of our lives watching Crackdown, This is a great thing. We all seen him beat the crap out of Cody Rhodes last week, making that the highlight of the show, and Randy continued to cause havoc this week. He was approached by Jelly Roll about his actions. He was trying to talk some sense into him, but Randy wasn't trying to hear it. He also got approached by Matt Cardona, but it seems like he didn't have too much patience with Matt. He called him an indie nerd and straight dropped him backstage like it was nothing. Later on that night, Matt Cardona came out because Randy was gonna apologize to him, but instead of an apology, he ended up finishing the job he started earlier in the show by beating the crap out of Matt Cardona, trying to break his arm, probably sending him back to catering with his buddy Apollo Crews. Now, Matt, I'm a glass half full type of guy, man. I always try to look in the positive when something negative happens. So yeah, Randy might have made you miss WrestleMania, but look at the bright side. You got some new merchandise you could come out with. Instead of the I'm not finished shirts you've been pushing, how about the, I don't know, the I'm finished merch! Man, Matt's new nickname is New Orleans, y'all, cause he swore he was getting a WrestleMania 40 snooze this year, but that don't look like that's happening. This ad is brought to you by the Pirates in the chat. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get your Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. If you're sick of the BS in professional wrestling, if you're sick of the soulless billionaires taking advantage of the fans, show them you had enough. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get the Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt then, now, and never again. Crackdown started off with Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre getting it on before the show, man. They outside, somebody crashed the car. Drew McIntyre pulls Jacob Fatu out the car. They rumbling on top of the car. Jacob Fatu is busted open. Drew McIntyre, he goes out to the ring. He starts to cut a promo. He's yelling. Of course, you got Nick Aldis coming out saying whatever. Drew McIntyre, you had all your chances. Jacob Fatu, he regroups. He runs in the ring. They start getting it on. Jacob Fatu gets the best of Drew McIntyre. He winds up Samoa splashing him through the commentating table. It's unfortunate Drew McIntyre is not in the title picture for WrestleMania, but a feud with Jacob Fatu isn't the worst thing in the world, man. I think they need to add a stipulation to this. It seems like WrestleMania is going to be a snore fest. We literally got all these title matches, no type of stipulations, no careers on the line, nothing on the line but titles, man. And that's cool, it's WrestleMania, so get the titles on the line, I understand it, but also have at least one match with a stipulation, please, dog. Can you not bore us to death? I feel like Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, they deserve a certain type of, I would say Hell in a Cell, but I know they're probably not going to do that. But just maybe a street fight, no DQ, maybe just something. False count anywhere. Just give us something for this feud if you're going to go this hard. But this was cool, I guess. Next, you got Damian Priest and R-Truth versus Solo Sonoa, Bachaloa, Jeff Nye, and Hakuna Matata! The MFTs. They had a solid match. The titles was on the line. The Wyatt Six was able to come in and distract the MFTs, allowing them to slip up and lose the tag team championships. Now, I'm going to give you a disturbing metric. They only had the tag team championships for about a little bit over a month, maybe 2 months, man. This was their first title defense and they lost. Maybe their first or second, I can't really remember. I'm not that invested into the storyline, but man, they lost either way. What a waste of time. Shout out to R-Truth and Damian Priest though, man. R-Truth, it just amazes me how no matter what creative, no matter how bad the creative is, they give it to R-Truth, he finds the way to make something out of it, man. So unfortunately, the tag team division is complete garbage right now on Crackdown, to where you had to put together R-Truth and Damian Priest, a random tag team, put them together to try to spice things up a little bit. How about if you get the Street Profits off of the shelf? We could bring the tag team division back. Or should I call them the Discreet Profits, because they've been kept away like a bad secret? You tell me. You still got Fraxium. You still got Motor City Super Soakers. You still got DIY. Oh, no, you don't. Tommaso's in AEW and Johnny Gargano's planking every week. The tag team division is down bad right now. So shout out to R-Truth and Damian Priest for kind of freshening things up. The only thing, where do you go from here? What do you do from here? It's nothing to do. None of these storylines mean nothing in the tag team no more. After that, you got a meaningless match with Fraxium and Pew Pew, the Motor City Super Soakers. Now, the Motor City Super Soakers was able to win this thanks to Candice LeRae. And what do you want me to say about this match? It didn't matter. It's like literally, it was a cool match for a tag team, but there's no real storyline that people care about. Johnny Gargano planking, we supposed to care about that? Candice LeRae came out to interfere in the match, we're supposed to care about that? Give me a break. After that, the main solo reason that Crackdown isn't a snooze fest 100%, we got Randy Orton. I hear the voices in my head. WWE is dead. Don't talk to me. Randy Orton comes out. He cuts a Swerve Strickland promo. Ironic. He puts the chair in the middle of the ring. The only thing he didn't do was cut the lights out, right? He put the chair in the middle of the ring. He cuts a promo, and it was passionate. It was believable. You know, I can't even say he didn't say nothing because he did have passion in it. It was a cool promo. He told the story, he furthered the story a little bit more. Shout out to Randy Orton, the sole reason why Crackdown is a little bit worth watching. Him and Trick Williams. Speaking of Trick Williams, you got Sami Zayn and Aleister Black. Trick Williams comes out on the commentary table. Trick Williams told him, man, I'm going to sit out on your match, man. I'm going to give you a few pointers, too, on your match. So he was out there distracting Sami Zayn, man. They're building the storyline up for WrestleMania. We only have 3 or 4 more weeks. I believe probably 3 weeks to WrestleMania. My God, can you hurry this storyline up? We don't have all day. We don't have a bunch of time to tell this story. They need to start kicking this story up. I don't understand why they're not cutting more promos. Why it's not more backstage segments. Why, dog, I feel like this could be one of the best storylines going into WrestleMania. Trick Williams, the flashy, larger-than-life superstar. Sami Zayn, the everyday guy. The story is right there. God, man, WWE is taking so long to really get into this, but at least they gave us something, right? Next, you got Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill cutting basically the same exact promo they did the week before that, then a week before that, then a week before that! God, the same promo, man. God, I was looking forward to this match, dog. This match has lost all excitement, man. This match has lost all interest. When they first was going in, man, they had a lot of people talking about, well, was it real? Was it fake? Do they have real heat? Is it kayfabe? Is it now? It's just like everyone knows this is just nothing but scripted wrestling promos going into WrestleMania. Their promos sound like robotic. They sound so scripted. God, man, bring some feeling into it, man. But there was something new that happened, y'all. We got TLC back in the building. Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Me Chin. Now, I didn't have this in my bingo card in 2026. What do I think about it? It's cool, I guess. Okay. Like, I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to say, bro? I got to see how it builds up the next few weeks. I got to see what they actually do. Are they actually going to cause destruction? I'm a little bit nervous, though. Why, Bobby Monsoon? Why? Because this gives an excuse for Io Sky to come back. And for Rhea Ripley and Io Sky to start hugging each other all day again. And we just got over that. Next, you got Carmelo Hayes beating Ilya Dragunov in a classic click, copy, click, paste, click, copy, click, paste match. Bro, how many times we gonna get this match? Okay, the match was fire. The match was cooked. It was a banger, whatever you want to call it. How many times are we gonna get this match? Can we get some better creative for Carmelo Hayes? God, this seems like Carmelo Hayes is going through hazing in WWE. He got to the main roster and it's been literally close to nothing. 7 matches with Andrade was memorable. won the U.S. Championship that was memorable. After that, it's just like, my God, can he fight anybody else but Ilya Dragunov for once? Next, you got Jelly Roll and Kit Wilson in a rap battle. I think Kit Wilson bodied Jelly Roll, which is kind of embarrassing. I can't believe I even said that. But Kit Wilson throwing some jabs at Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll throwing some jabs back. Kit Wilson wound up attacking Jelly Roll, and now we got a match between them next week. But whatever, Jelly Roll and Kit Wilson. I do want to say this: Jelly Roll on the mic, he cuts a promo. He's believable. He's great on that mic, and he's, you know what I mean. I can't knock Jelly Roll. I want to see him in a one-on-one match. I'm pretty sure he'll be good, but man, I think Jelly Roll caught on pretty fast to how WWE works, to how to cut a promo, and he seems like he's just a natural. So shout out to him, man. We'll see what happens next week. Next, you got you can look, but you can't touch. Oh my God, this storyline sucks. It wound up being a DQ, actually. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss came out, and they all was fighting. Nia Jax, Lashley winds up beating all of them up. I guess it was cool. I guess I don't really, once again, no real emotion. I don't really care about the match. Just nothing to really talk about, you know what I mean? The women's tag team division is a snooze fest, unfortunately. Charlotte Flair should be a singles wrestler. Alexa Bliss should be a singles wrestler. They should be helping out the singles division. I don't know why women's are doing tag team division when the singles competition on Crackdown is literally non-existent. Next, you got Randy Orton beating the crap out of Zack Ryder, a.k.a. Matt Cardona. This was fire, man. Once again, Randy Orton saving the show, man. He was apologizing to Zack Ryder, wound up giving him the low blow, putting his arm on the chair, stomping on it, letting Matt Cardona know to mind your business. Those voices in my head is talking to me. It's telling me put Matt Cardona on the injured reserve. Randy not playing no games. The 2009 Randy seems like he's back. The Viper's back. This is what I wanted to see. I still want to see a punt kick at some point, but this is what I wanted to see, man. Every time we see Randy so far when he turned heel, first we got the blood from Cody. We got the chair spot from Cody. Now we got him hitting Matt Cardona arm with the chair, man, and this is the Randy Orton I want to see. After that, you got the end Crackdown. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre seems to be fighting for 3 hours. They wound up falling off the scaffold or the stair steps, whatever they was at, and that's how Crackdown ended. I'm not gonna lie, was this the worst Crackdown ever? I'm not gonna say that. You know what I mean? It wasn't the worst ever. Still, I feel like it's struggling though, man. It's very mid. It's very emotionless. I can't find close to nothing to get excited about with Crackdown, man. We got WrestleMania a few weeks away. It doesn't feel like it's WrestleMania season. I don't have nothing on Crackdown that I'm really excited for outside of a heel Randy Orton and Trick Williams. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. Am I bugging? What do you think about the Hall of Fame? Dennis Rodman in the Hall of Fame. Great. Dennis Rodman, he had his run with NWO, but there's a line full of people that need to be in the Hall of Fame too, if you ask me. Also, what do you think about Royce Keys? Where my man Royce Keys at? Will we see Royce Keys before Mania? Somebody pitched a good idea. They said we might get Royce Keys the Raw after Mania. I wouldn't be mad at that. I'll be a little bit annoyed, but I wouldn't be mad at that. And if they're taking their time for a good reason, then I'm not going to complain about that either. I'd rather them take their time instead of him getting pushed and wind up being in catering for the rest of his career in WWE. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye!